Welcome to another edition of Sci-Fi Journal presented by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. This show is for May 2016. I'm Marc Morriseau. Also hosting the show today are Jay Kingston and James Hinsey. Welcome back, Jay. All right. Glad to see you are recovering and doing better and here to bother us as usual. It's awesome. Okay, as always, we begin the show talking about the wonderful world of movies with a segment we call Popcorn Previews. Go, Jay, go.
Okay, our first film this month is The BFG, starring the voice talent of Bill Hader. And for his part, this film is going to be released on July 1st. And it tells the story of a young girl who is taken or captured by a giant. And the giant, it seems, has his own problems. And this is from Steven Spielberg, and it's based on a book by Roald Dahl, who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and James and the Giant Peach. And so let's take a look at that footage right now.
It was the witching hour, when the boogeyman comes out. The girls say the witching hour arrives at midnight. I think it comes at 3 in the morning, when I'm the only one left awake, like now.
Giant country.
Oh my. Why did you take me?
Because I hears your lonely heart. I was hearing all the secret whisperings of the world.
Run.
Sophie, hide.
Does you have a little pet?
Yahoo! Looks awesome.
Very good.
Okay, next we've got The Legend of Tarzan. And this one stars Margot Robbie and Samuel L. Jackson. And it's going to also be released on July 1st of this year. And it's yet another in the retellings of the Legend of Tarzan the Ape Man, the most famous character ever created by Edgar Rice Burroughs. And it looks rather interesting, so let's take a look at that footage.
The jungle consumes everything. It preys on the old, The sick, the wounded. It preys on the weak. But never the strong.
He is no normal man. He was thought to be an evil spirit, a ghost in the trees. No man ever started with less.
He's Tarzan. You're Jane. He'll come for you.
You are Lord of the Apes, King of the Jungle. Tarzan. Tarzan.
And Samuel Jackson does not play Tarzan, just to let you know. Yeah.
But I've been reading up on some of the different movie versions of Tarzan. You know, Johnny Weissmuller and even Ron Ely had played Tarzan at one point.
Yep.
So it's good to see, you know, maybe it is another retelling, but it's still a story that can be retold.
Oh, sure. Oh, sure. So, let's see. Next, we've got the Huntsman, the Winter's War, and that one stars Chris Hemsworth, and Charlize Theron, and Emily Blunt. And this one is out in theaters as this broadcast is taking place. And it tells the pre-story of Snow White. So let's take a look at that footage.
You will train. You will become my elite. You will become my huntsman.
If it's the Snow White tale you're looking for, discover the story that came before.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?
You are my queen. But your sister holds a baby who will grow to be more beautiful than you. But should any harm come to the child, your sister's power will be unleashed.
With the mirror's dark magic, I'll rule the world.
That mirror is an evil and dangerous thing. We have to destroy it.
Together. This is what I trained you for.
So, have you got a plan?
Aye.
Is that any good?
No. Oh, this is the worst plan ever.
The game's not finished. I'm stronger than all of you, little sister.
Shall we find out?
Kneel before me. And then I'll tear your heart out. Are you ready, Huntsman?
Aye.
not sure what to make of this movie. I'm not even sure if they should even, why did they even bother to make this film? Is it because The Huntsman was so popular, so they decided, well, all right, so we've got enough bucks in our pockets to do a prequel, or what was the reason for it? Because you kind of know, don't you kind of know that the Ice Queen loses because the other movie, the first movie, doesn't have the Ice Queen in it? So it's like, why even bother making this film to begin with?
It's another chance to look at Charlize Theron.
There you go. I could stare at her all day, yeah. Right. Oh, she's going to be in the next Fast and Furious movie, too.
Is she?
Fast and Furious 8, they just announced. Yeah.
I think part of it is, the movie itself had made plenty of money the first time around.
Right.
And they found a way to tell a story, using the characters that they had with, minus Snow White.
Right.
So, they went for it again.
They just want to make money.
Well, yeah, but then maybe it's because they had a story to tell, too.
Yeah, but I don't see much of a story there. But that's just me. But, yeah, we'll see.
Okay, and last but certainly not least is Rogue One. And this stars Felicity Jones and Alan Tudyk. And this one is coming out in December of this year.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's going to be a nice holiday present for our friends who are, celebrating Hanukkah or celebrating Christmas.
Or just plain Star Wars fanatics.
Celebrating Kwanzaa.
Right, yep.
Yeah, celebrating Star Wars.
All the agnostics out there can enjoy it, too.
It tells the pre-story. Now, this is a inserted prequel.
Right.
Which takes place between Star Wars 3 and Star Wars 4 A New Hope, and tells the story of the information gathering that takes place around the building of a massive space station called the Death Star.
Da, da, da.
So let's take a look at that.
State your name for the record.
Jin Urso.
Forgery of imperial documents, possession of stolen property, aggravated assault, resisting arrest.
On your own from the age of 15. Reckless, aggressive, and undisciplined.
This is a rebellion, isn't it? I rebel.
We have a mission for you. A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know what it is and how to destroy it.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What will you do when they catch you? What will you do if they break you? If you continue to fight, what will you become?
Yes, cool and groovy.
It looks very good.
Yes.
It looks exciting and all that good stuff.
Yep, and they're paying homage to fans like you and me who remember Star Wars from way back in 1977 when it first appeared.
Yep.
And Darth Vader is still around, and all these other characters are still around. So
absolutely,
it looks like a lot of fun.
And they're introducing, look like some really new, great new characters.
Right.
So that's all I've got for popcorn previews for this month.
Hey, this month we have a special segment of Cover to Cover with an interview with a young artist here in Rhode Island, and his name's Brian. Here, check out this interview. So here we are. I've got an interview here with Brian. Brian Rose. He's a young artist here in Rhode Island. So tell me, Brian, tell me what you've got here for today.
Well, James, I'm here to promote my series Dream Sprites. It's a graphic novel story, and it's mostly set in Orlando, Florida.
And yeah.
And the main character, his name is Boone Roundtree. He's a Native American boy, and one day he wakes up from a dream and he sees a mysterious bracelet right here on his left hand, and he has never seen it before. He wakes up and he goes to show it to his father, who's never seen it before, and he's a bit of an expert on the subject of Native American culture. So the fact that he's puzzled also even deepens the mystery further.
Huh. And this is a graphic novel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how many parts are there? Is there issues or volumes, whatever? And
well, presently, I only have one chapter out for people to read, but currently I am working on volume 1, which will have 3 chapters. And page count is around over 100. All right, this is the cover for the book. It's a full color book, 60 pages. And this is the image you'll see on the Amazon website for when you want to go buy this. And this is a particular scene where my main character, Boone, wakes up and finds a bracelet he's never seen before. And this is one of the little characters that you'll see through the series. He's following Boone around for reasons unknown. You got to read the book if you want to find out.
So this is Tabby, is the name of the character. So is this one of the sprites?
Yes, he's a dream sprite. His name is Tabby. He's a golden furred cat. Well, you see on this page, Tabby's not impressed. You should be impressed because this is his true form. He wears a disguise sometimes, but typically he stands on his hind legs, and he is quite the mouth.
Ah, so he's giving Boone lots of trouble, huh?
Yeah, he gives basically anybody a hard time sometimes. He just loves to be fun and make jokes.
That looks great. What's your inspirations for doing graphic novels and comics?
Originally, I would say my comedy inspiration would be Tex Avery. Watching Bugs Bunny cartoons as a kid, I loved watching them so much. And the more I learned about Tex Avery, I realized this man was a genius, and how many different stories he inspired. Like, his humor was greatly influenced in Animaniacs, for one.
Oh yeah, and which is now on Netflix, by the way.
Yes, I was very happy. That was a great birthday surprise.
Cool. Oh, it's your birthday. Excellent. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What other influences do you have for your artwork?
Artistry-wise, Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama, whom I share the same birthday with, actually. Different year, but same day.
Yeah.
And comic book-wise, I really enjoyed Stan Lee's writing growing up. I was a big fan of Spider-Man, and I also loved Batman and Batman Superman TV show on television growing up too. That was fun.
Oh, and the animated series, yeah. So where can people find your Dream Sprites?
Well, it's available on Amazon right now. You can get it for Kindle and the Kindle Reader app.
I see. And how about yourself? Are you going to be at any events or things in the future?
Well, me and my co-founder of Blade Fan Studio, Joe Mohofer, we're both going to be Rhode Island Comic Con this year for our, I believe, our
sixth year now?
This is like the 4th time, but for us it'll be the 3rd time. We didn't go for the 2nd year.
I see.
Yeah, a lot of fun, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and hey, we got to get involved.
Yeah. So tell me about the cover artwork here, or is it not a cover artwork, but it's a cover,
This is my 2nd generation poster. It's introduction to chapter 2, which is still being worked on right now. I just finished the blue lines, and I'm working on chapter 3 next. This is a key character that will be showing up once in a while. He is, you're going to see him in chapter 2 pretty much right off the bat. He's going to make one heck of an entrance.
Oh, great, great. All right, great. Thank you very much for coming down to Sci-Fi Journal.
I was happy to.
Yeah. As a local young artist, we hope to be able to see more of your work and see you in the future at other events and things like that and pick up an issue. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
Hey, so now we're going on to Toob News with Marc Morriseau. Take it away, Marc.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Hey, there I am. All right, here we go. The CW's Legend of Tomorrow may be introducing a famous DC superhero at the end of its season, Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern.
Cool.
And there's the actor Patrick J. Adams will play the role, though we don't know if it will be the 1940s version of the character or the Earth 2 version of the character. So we'll have to see what happens. But should be nice. Either way, we might get some Green Lantern at the end of this particular series.
Last I saw, they were stuck in the 1960.
They were stuck in 1960, and then they went way into the future. But they're going back and forth in the timelines. So we might end up in the 1940s as a season ending.
Now, Alan Scott's ring has an imperfection that makes it ineffective against wood.
Against wood, right. Yeah, the other Green Lanterns, the modern version, is ineffective against yellow.
Right.
Which is cool. But yeah, it would be nice.
So if somebody came at the Green Lantern Corps with a number 2 pencil,
they're in trouble.
They're all.
That's it. Yep. Or Vampire Slayers went up against Alan Scott. He'd be a goner. So that's
there you go.
All right. Fans of NBC's short-lived series Constantine have started a petition to have the show released on DVD or Blu-ray. Right now, the only legal way to watch the show is on iTunes or Amazon. You can purchase individual episodes or the entire season. It seems like a long shot, though, because usually companies only put out DVD releases if it's to promote a second season of a show. They put out the DVD release of the first season to get you ready for the second, and that's not going to happen. So it's a long shot, but they're trying. They got a petition out there to see if they can put Constantine on DVD or Blu-ray release. They're hoping for extras like interviews and so forth. But we'll see. All right. This one snuck up on me. BBC America's Orphan Black returned for season 4 on Thursday, April 14th at 10 p.m. That's a new day and a new time slot for the series. It used to be on Saturdays at 10, and now it's on Thursdays at 10 on BBC America. Wicked cool. I love that show, Orphan Black.
So that's playing even as we speak.
It's playing even as we speak. Well, not right now because it's a Saturday, but yeah, even as we speak. All right, this is cool. ABC has a pilot called Spark. It's a world where everything is steampunk. It's set in an alternate history where gas and coal rule the world, and there are 2 rival families that battle for power. So it's 2016, but with a steampunk, with goggles and steampunk and all that other stuff going on there. Lena Olin stars as the head of one of those factories, or families rather. So it's one of those like power struggle type things, almost like a Dallas type TV series. So it's probably going to have like a lot of romance and all that other stuff. And there's a scientist who's trying to introduce electricity to the world, but everything is run on gas and coal. It's all steampunky and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if that pilot actually gets a series. Would be kind of cool if it did, because we really haven't had a steampunk series on TV.
No.
You know? So that'd be awesome. Probably be a lot of big budget stuff too. All right, Freeform, what used to be called the ABC Family, has ordered a series based on the Marvel characters Cloak and Dagger. Tandy Bowen can throw daggers of light, and her love interest Tyrone Johnson has the ability to engulf others in darkness. The interracial couple first appeared in Marvel Comics in 1983, was a big hit for a number of years. Marvel Television and ABC Signature Studios are producing the series. So if you're a big Cloak and Dagger fan, that's good news because they're bringing it back as an actual live-action TV show.
Yeah, it's good, and it can be also become part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And it's part of the Marvel
with the other TV shows and movies.
Yeah, and Freeform is the young adult channel. That's what it's become. And speaking of freeform, Shadow Hunters, the Mortal Instruments series, the spin-off, has been renewed for season 2. So if you're a Shadow Hunters fan, a Mortal Instruments fan, that's good news. You get a second season of that show. All right, and that's all I have this month for Toob News.
When I watched the season finale of The Flash, the season 1 finale, when Barry was about to meet his mother, almost about to die, when he took off his mask, Nora said that he looked exactly like her father. Is there going to be an episode of that? Like, is Barry ever going to see his grandfather that looks exactly like him?
Let me tell you one thing. I was dead on the floor. I'm not dead. I was unconscious on the floor during the filming of those scenes, and I was losing it. The work that they turned out, and the brilliance of that line is my favorite line in maybe the whole season. You look like my father. You look just like my father. And they were turning it out, man. We knew something, we were getting lightning in a bottle when they were doing that. These writers never do anything without a payoff. So I can hardly imagine that they would bring that up. We got a lot of loose ends to tie up. At the end of the last season, you see Barry in Iron Heights. How does that happen? Don't think we're not gonna find out. Anything's possible with these guys. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the show. Thank you for coming to the con, and yeah.
Thank you guys so much, John Wesley Shipp.
Let's move on to the wonderful world of Anime Daisuki with James. Ready? Go, James, go!
Hi.
I always throw you off like that, don't I? Sorry.
All right, so I've been doing this for like 5-6 years, and I still cannot follow the tally lights.
Oh, well.
All right, so I'm trying to do better this year, and I still have my notes on my phone.
All right, welcome to the 21st century.
Yeah. So first off, I want to talk about something that I encountered at work. We had this professional development day, and they had these visitors come in to do a panel discussion on writing and publishing in Rhode Island. So I got to meet 4 authors from the Association of Rhode Island Authors, ARIA, A-R-I-A, and they were each different kind of writers. One was a nonfiction writer, one wrote high fantasy, another writes, well, she didn't call it romance, but it was a story about women and had some romantic parts to it, and then a person who put together a children's book, and it was a really cool children's book. It was about whoever takes care of all the mail for Santa Claus, and it was called Postmark, the North Pole Postman.
That's neat.
Yep, and it was kind of neat, very colorful cover, very Christmassy. So you can look for that, in local stores and stuff, if you're interested in that.
Now, what does that PD have to do with nursing school?
What? The professional development
The professional development day.
It doesn't. It has to
It
do
doesn't.
It's an all faculty and staff professional development day. So everyone at CCRI gathered at Warwick campus to take part. And they had all kinds of workshops and things. Another author I met who's also local, he writes this fantasy novel called The Overlords series. It's Mike Squattrito. He lives over out on the East Bay. And he's got 3 novels out in the Overlord series. And it could also, he didn't originally write it for young adults, but he thought, he found that young adults did enjoy his story. So, and he even had one of his covers made by a young person from Portsmouth.
Nice.
So yeah, and so it's cool meeting these authors, talking about how and basically they all self-published.
Did some of them go the Amazon route?
Oh yeah, they used the Amazon CreateSpace. They also found printers, because people do like books and want the paper-bound books. So they had, copies of their books to show. Let's see. So that's something I found really interesting, and I thought people should check it out. The authors, the Association of Rhode Island Authors. And they have a huge book expo in December. This year it's going to be at the Rhodes on the Patuxent. So check it out in December.
Cool. Oh, we can go see Rogue One and then go to that particular workshop.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Road trip.
Anime news. Warner Brothers was producing a live-action Death Note, and Netflix is now trying to acquire it to continue production. I guess Warner Brothers wants to get out of making this movie. But they've been working on this American production of Death Note, a story of a young man who finds this book that he can write someone's name in, and they die.
Oh, yeah. You talked about that before. That's pretty cool.
Right, and it's been an anime and manga in Japan and everything, and they also have a live-action movies and a TV series in Japan. But now this American version, it's going to star Nat Wolff, who was in the Fault in Our Stars and another John Green novel that was turned into a movie recently. So it's going to be interesting, and we don't know the name of the character that he's playing. It may not be Light Yagami, which was the Japanese character's name, but it is the basic Death Note story. Next thing I have, Toonami started airing Hunter Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter. It's a story of a young kid who goes to a competition to become a hunter like his missing father, and he and 3 others who successfully go through the competition to become hunters go on to search for the father and basically hunt yokai and monsters and creatures like that.
Oh, so they're monster hunters.
Yes, they
cool.
are.
All right.
Let's see. And Bang Zoom has been producing the dub for Hunter x Hunter for Viz Media. It's 148 episodes that was originally in Japan in 2011 to 2014. So it could run for a long time on Toonami, like for 3 years or so.
Probably like 3 o'clock in the morning or something.
Oh yeah, it'll be, it's replacing one of the other shows. It's Parasite the Maxim just finished.
Set your DVRs.
Yep. If anyone caught this on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Baby Metal had their American television premiere playing their song, Gimme Chocolate. And it's really strange seeing these 3 Japanese girls dressed like goth Lolita, and they're dancing around to heavy metal music. And they have a world tour coming up, and they're going to be touring in New York City, Boston, Philly, Detroit, Chicago, Seattle, and a bunch of other places. So check out Baby Metal if you're into metal music, or Japanese
Japanese
J-pop.
Metal music. All right.
I can't even call it J-pop. It's J-metal, I guess.
It's J-metal. All right.
All right. Netflix in Japan has started streaming the Cyborg 009 versus Devilman OVA, and they are also going to be streaming it on over 190 countries in 20 languages. So very soon in Netflix with America, we'll be able to watch Cyborg 009 and Devilman versus Devilman. It's a 3-episode OVA. I love Cyborg 009. I saw it in Japan when I was young, and and you can find the newer series on YouTube. Devilman, when I saw that too, originally back in '74, it was great. They did have an anime movie and a live action film for Devilman before.
Yep.
So check out that on Netflix.
Netflix,
Yes.
as we speak. Prices for
Also,
streaming is going up.
I know, it's going up. But I think people who are older, been grandfathered in, don't get the change. The new accounts for Netflix get the change.
Phew. All right.
And
see my $2 for coffee.
I know. All right, and then Netflix, there's another anime that's being made available. It's the Gundam UC series, the Unicorn, Gundam Unicorn. So that's going to be out on DVD and Blu-ray, and I believe it's going to be streaming too on Crunchyroll, Netflix, or something like that.
How many different Gundam series have there been?
There's been at
There's
least
a lot.
6 different universes.
All right.
You know, Gundam Wing is its own, Gundam G is its own.
Oh, they're not
Gundam
connected? They're all
A,
separate?
Because the only basis is that they have mecha
All right.
that they use. That's the similarity. But in terms of like the original Gundam had the the O'Neill type cylinder space colonies.
Right.
Another one had the Taurus type space colonies or Bernal sphere type space colonies.
So it's like different universes.
Different universes, different stories, different characters.
So you could watch them individually and not have to worry about missing anything from the other universes.
The only ones like in the original Gundam series, and then followed by Gundam Z, followed by Gundam Double Z,
right,
or Zeta. So those three are kind of different stories. Some of the similar characters, and then so there's other side stories they call them. 0080, 0083, Char's Counterattack. Those are all in that same original universe.
So that's your Gundam history for today.
But this Gundam UC was the latest in the UC universe, Gundam Unicorn.
Cool.
And then finally, I have here a new series for Space Battleship Yamato.
All right.
The last series that they had was 2199.
Yep.
It was also released in theaters in Japan. And last year they announced they were going to do a sequel to 2199, but now they've just announced that it's called Space Battleship Yamato 2202, 3 years later, so basically. And the subtitle to it is Warriors of Love. Now, I don't know if this is connected to the original Farewell Space Battleship Yamato movie that they made. But and they haven't announced that if this is a sequel to 2199, it could just be another story, not directly related to 2199. But anyway, it's expected to be out late 2016 or sometime during 2017 for this new Space Battleship Yamato.
That's neat.
So that's it I have for Anime Daisuki this month. We're going to go on to...
Wait. Jay, are you ready?
Ready?
Here we go.
Toys, props, and other
stuff.
All right, here we talk about the wonderful world of collectibles, where our talented camera people points to things and we speak about them whenever you guys are ready. All right, we have a Doctor Who TARDIS police box collector's tin, and there's a copy of the animated movie The Pirates.
Produced by Aardman Studios, so it has that same kind of look of Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit, yeah, great series.
But it's CG animated, and I guess, is that a lunchbox?
Well, actually, it's a collector's tin for a card game that
I
it comes
see.
in, but you could
So
use
it's
it
not
as
a lunchbox.
You could use it as a lunchbox. A couple of Twinkies, whatever. Okay. All right. Go ahead, James.
So there we have the VHS set of the original Star Wars trilogy. The original VHS set, it's the original theatrical release.
So wait a minute, yeah, that's without the dumbass improvements that Lucas made later on? All right.
And it did include a behind-the-scenes making of Star Wars.
On VHS.
And
Cool.
that's back home. I left that back home.
All right.
The next book is a Robert Galbraith novel, The Silkworm. It's the second one in a series of this detective private eye named Cormoran Strike. It's a very strange name, Cormoran Strike. And then of course the name of the author is a pseudonym for J.K. Rowling, who wrote the Harry Potter series. She got outed by someone from the law firm that was handling stuff. So next to that is Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Is that the Blu-ray?
That's the Blu-ray, DVD, digital download edition. I said, you know what? This is a brand new Star Wars movie. I might as well spend the big bucks and get all three. Go for it. Even though I don't have a working Blu-ray player, but that's okay.
Well, you still have the DVD, right?
That's true, I do.
And that is the Chocolate Frog from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and Universal Studios.
Open it! Open it!
Someday I'll open it. Yeah, there's a big piece of chocolate in there shaped like a frog, and there's a card in there for one of the characters. And I got this from Joe McCarthy, who has the Paranormal Hunters TV show here on Public Access also. And thank you, Joe. He was down there and he got that for me. I've been helping him out with this show. So.
Cool.
That's a throw blanket that I got at our Rhode Island Science Fiction Club holiday party back in January. It's a Star Wars throw blanket with Kylo Ren on it. And it's very warm. It's kept me warm this winter.
Oh, so you can curl up to Kylo Ren and a stormtrooper.
Yay, go
Nice.
Imperials, or the First Order.
Go First Order. As always, if you want to get in touch with us, we have a website, www.risfc.org. We have Facebook pages for Sci-Fi Journal and Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. We have a YouTube channel, and we have Twitter accounts if you want to get in touch with us that way. Rhode Island Science Fiction Club meets on a monthly basis, so please check us out for different meetings and such. As we tape in May, we'll be visiting all the different comic book stores for free comic book days, so look for that show in June. That'll be our June episode, okay? And we have to say congratulations to our camera person and longtime RISFIC member, Adam Tuckman, who finally retired from a long career with the U.S. government. He could tell you what he did, but then he'd have to kill you. So, you know, but congratulations. He does lots of travel, so please make sure that you send us lots of snapshots of wherever you end up in your travels. Congratulations, Adam Tuckman. All right, any other last shout outs or information or news that we have to say?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've got a shout out to Dr. Hassan and the entire cardiac unit at Rhode Island Hospital. They literally saved my life. So,
and we're glad they did.
Eternally grateful to Dr. Hassan and his staff there, and all the nurses on the cardiac floor, and just everybody. They were absolutely great.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better than I felt. A lot better than I felt going in.
Yeah, good.
So
awesome. James, anything?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Till next month.
That's it. All right, that's going to be it for this May 2016 edition of Sci-Fi Journal. Thank you very much for watching, and we will show you segments from Free Comic Book Day for our June show.